Good morning friends, you are most welcome to Think Eyes channel. Today we are going to discuss about comparative ethnography, in which we are going to discuss introduction to ethnography, and our chapter is ethics in writings. We are going to discuss about the case study. First case study. Mitra Walton conducted fieldwork for 2 years in a rural village of Melanesia with a population of about 1500 people. Outcome came in the form of a monograph focusing on specific instances of conflicting of interest and dispute settlement in a variety of contexts. Following the conventions of the AAA, Walton decided that the village and its location should be disguised and that pseudonyms should be used for all individuals mentioned in the published ethnography. 3 years later, she returned to the community of study, taking along copies of the book. She asked and received permissions to conduct further study in the village. 6 months later, a meeting was called by one of the elders in order that the community members might discuss the book about them with Walton. Walton was surprised by the remarks concerning the book, namely that the name of the village is given wrong, name of the individual are not accurate. Furthermore, she was explicitly told that in the next book she should be more careful to use the correct village name and use the correct names of the villagers. Walton's quandary revolves around two issues. Firstly, whether she should go with the villagers' instance that she would publish the correct name of the village and villagers, or she should rely on anthropological conventions and cautions and should use the pseudonyms. Reference source Handbook on Ethical Issues in Anthropology, a special edition of the American Anthropological Association, number 23, edited by John Cassell and Sue Ellen Jacob, 1980. Case Study 2. Mary Jones worked as an applied medical anthropologist in an urban black community in the US for 3 years. Her publications included sensitivity materials concerning specific epidemiological problems faced by members of the community as well as strategies and tactics used to improve healthcare delivery by the local community. Before submitting her articles for publication, Jones asked specific members of the community if they would read the papers for comments and criticism. Individuals from the community health center who had been part of the applied project did so and set up a meeting for discussion of the contents of the manuscript. In the discussion, she was asked for not using the accurate name of the town, community health centers, and people of the centers, as well as community. Jones countered with explanation regarding anthropological conventions which specified the use of pseudonyms in certain types of anthropological reporting. The participants instead her at least, if not the name of the health center, using correct name of the some of the people who had helped her. These arguments put Jones in ethical dilemma regarding whether she should defer to the community health center members' desire that she publish the name of the health center, the town in which the health center was located, and or the names of the individuals who had asked or given permissions for their names to be published during the meeting described above, or she should retain the use of pseudonyms throughout her papers. Reference source Handbook on Ethical Issues in Anthropology is a special edition of the American Anthropological Association, number 23, edited by John Cassell and Sue Ellen Jacobs, 1980.